So, what up, boy? I want to talk about Marvel TOKON real quick. All right. So, if you guys have any questions during me talking, ask the question, I'll answer. But my thoughts on Marvel TOKON. Okay. So that's my gameplay in the background, as y'all can see me whooping. Anyway, when I first started playing the game day one, to be honest, it was kind of like, it didn't really feel good. I was like, man, this game kind of booty. Like, what is this? Like, it seems bland. Like, how do you do a combo? I don't really understand it. But I think one of the biggest problems is, when you start to play a new game, right? You start playing a new game, you try to compare it to something that you've done before, right? And it's so much easier to compare Marvel TOKON to, let's say, Marvel 3. Marvel's Capcom Infinite was my game for Marvels that I liked. I like both, but, you try to compare it to those games and see what you can find that is similar from those games to the new game, right? And if something doesn't click right off the rip, then what does that mean? You're going to feel, oh, man, this is kind of da-da-da. And then you think back and say, well, damn, when we first started playing Marvel 3, or at least in my experience, the combos was bland as a fool. We weren't really doing anything. Then eventually everything started to develop. So that same day, I decided to watch some matches, right? And I saw kind of sort of what the combo structure was looking like. And I said, that's pretty interesting. Let me see. So as I started playing, it became more so, it wasn't, it wasn't easy to get into just right off rip, but it definitely, once I started understanding, like, oh, once I knock down, call assist. You call an assist, the assist extends your combo, and you can do that off of any kind of hit. You shoot a gun full screen. If you have an assist if you're close enough, the assist will hit, you can tag into the assist, and then you can keep the combo going. But it's all about using that green bar. That green bar right under your health is very, very important because you need that to call the assist. Actually, assembling your team is also very, very important. And I didn't even know that because, people were saying, oh, it's a 1v1 game with assists, right? I gotta beg to differ, man, because some confirms you cannot get unless you tag into the other character. Now, when we're doing a basic knockdown, right? Kind of like what you just saw. Okay, cool. You call the assist, go boom, 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 right? And the character's right there. But if I shoot my guns, call my assist, I'm not going to be able to run over there and catch them. So what do I got to do? I had to tag in. So I would argue you at the very least, have to learn 2 characters, right? That's what I would have said at first. But then I realized, dang, sometimes you might use a certain assist to get in. That assist is grayed out. So now you have to tag into the other assist using that green bar to get the combo extended, because now your second character can't come out. So what does that mean? You have to know another character, right? At least a basic bread and butter. You have to know it. So the game started off, people said 1v1 with assists. But like I said, some confirms I was doing, I wasn't going to be able to get without a second character coming in. So for me, I just used 2 characters for the most part. I knew how to play Cap. I knew how to play Star-Lord. And it was just kind of like, okay, let me learn how to tag in, do my combo, vice versa. When you do go in with something, you can call the assist for pressure, but you only get those 3 little bars, right? To extend stuff, to do pressure. So that resources are very, very important, which is another reason why I would say I enjoyed this game. It turning from day one, like I said, a 1v1 with assists to, dang, man, I got to know a couple characters. And I feel like you're going to have to know more characters anyway. People are just saying stuff because you're going to have to know more characters anyway, right off rip, because think about it. If I'm playing Star-Lord and he sucks against Storm, why am I just going to keep playing Star-Lord? I'm going to use somebody else on my team, right? If I want to use Iron Man assist to shoot the missiles and I go in with Star-Lord to do pressure, they block the pressure, right? I can go back into Iron Man. Same thing. Like what I noticed people was doing is they would do block strings, right? And then they would use a special move, tag into the other character, start up more offense because the special move is still going. You get to mix up off of that. So people say it's a 1v1 with assists. I'm kind of like, you guys just ain't playing it just yet. And I'm a lot more open-minded than a lot of people. I don't like, of course, I'm going to try to compare because, I mean, why not? Like, yeah, you're going to go off of things that you did before because, like, that's all you got. But I'm more open-minded in the sense of this is a different game. This is an Arxis game. And I feel like once you open your mind, it's a little bit different. It's kind of like Maximilian was saying, it's an iceberg. Up here, it seems really shallow. Like, I don't know. When you get down, it's like, this game is actually straight. And it actually has a lot to offer. I don't think we've even touched the surface. If you go watch TNS, man, it seems like these guys were doing some stuff. So I don't know. But like I said, when I tried it out from day one to the last day, my perspective definitely changed on the game. I understood, okay, I need to be assembling my team because if I win this round, I won't get another teammate. So, and not only that, every time you assemble a teammate, you unlock a green bar. And I'm telling y'all, that green bar to use the assist or for pressure or to extend combos is very, very important. So you're going to want in the early rounds to assemble your team. Because like I said, if you're winning, you don't get another teammate. They do, you don't. That's pretty big, man. You can essentially have your whole team after the first round. Like, it's just really strong. And then not only that, having the other assist in the background, like let's say I have Iron Man in the back. Iron Man's last, if he's in the back, is a smart missile assist, right? So you want to put Iron Man in the back every time, but guess what? You won't have Iron Man starting off. So it's very, very essential that you assemble your team. And I got to be honest, man, I really do enjoy what they did. It's different. It's like chess. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. It's not just, oh, I got everything I can do, You just choose the best assist, Yeah, your assists are going to change, and you got to have knowledge from it, right? Now, with that being said, so far, the combo structure did seem pretty bland. And what I mean by that is, yes, it got better, but it's not like I was doing the same combo pretty much over and over. I didn't really see much room for change yet. But yeah, I mean, you definitely, like I said, Marvel is Marvel. You know, the game is still, it still has Marvel-esque things, and I do feel like it's still in development. I feel like it's still going. And even if it's not as complex as, you know, as University 3 was, I still feel like this game is going to be really good. Just even on the surface level, it just seems really good, man. And it's only going to get better with more characters. So you got to think about it like that as well. More characters equals more assists equals more ways to convert. It's, you know, and I don't know exactly where the game can go. But I never look at a tag, especially tag fighters, man. You can't look at a tag fighter and say, dang, day one is the most optimal you can get. Because they always get crazier and crazier and crazier. So yeah, with that being said, that's my thoughts on Marvel TOKON, man. I do feel like this game, I think it's great. I think it was great. And I didn't feel like, I'm telling you, I did not feel like that in the first few minutes. I didn't. I really didn't. But the last day, it was like, hold on, man. This kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started learning from other people whooping me. They're whooping my butt. And I was like, okay, this is how you structure a combo. Hey, clip that, clip this, you know, so I can go back and look at this. Go look at pressure on YouTube and different things like that. You don't have super long because obviously it's a beta. But the little bit I had, I really did enjoy, and I was hoping I had at least one more session. Because, of course, when I finally started to learn and started to get it, you know, hey, it had to go down. So, but it's all good. I'm looking forward to that next beta. It's going to be fun. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Marvel TOKON. Make sure y'all leave a like on the video. Comment. Let me know what y'all thought about Marvel TOKON for those who got to play. I kind of hate it was only a few people that got in. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, but for those of y'all that did get in, you know, give me y'all thoughts on it. And make sure y'all subscribe to the boy because it's free 90 free. Peace!